Well, gosh, all hemlock. Fancy seeing you guys here. Well, gang, this here is a new segment that I will be titling, Reacting to Cancer, in which I will be reacting to just the worst videos on the internet, from crazy feminist shit to, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but the first one is titled, hang on, let me pull it up. It's titled Not Acceptable R Word PSA. And, here we go.
It's not acceptable to call me a nigger.
Fucking nigger.
It's not acceptable to call me a spick.
Actually, hang on, let me go back a step. So, the video with the black guy, look at this. So, he's in he's in a restaurant, alone, the lights are all off. It looks like he broke into the place. What the hell? There's a van behind him. It looks like the window just got broken. Man, this video is horrible. It's just, what, just because he's black means that he broke into the restaurant? Hell nah. Sorry, excuse my tangent. Now we can move on.
It's not acceptable to call me a spick.
Now, I'm not going with the racial slur on this one, but literally, you're a woman in a grocery store. That just reinforces the idea that women belong in kitchens. I mean, come on. This is supposed to be just a super woke video, and so far it's not doing a very good job at being super woke.
To call me a chink.
And then here we have a person of the Asian descent in an office. You know, looks like she's a secretary or maybe an accountant, or I don't know. But then that just reinforces the idea that all Asians are smart. And not only that, but there's also, look, there's books behind her, and she's wearing glasses. Looks like a fucking librarian. What are you trying to, just subconsciously convey the meaning that all Asians do is read all the time? What are you trying to say, that all Asians are librarians and smart? Hell nah.
To call me a fag.
You are correct that it is not socially acceptable to call you a fag, and that is because it is acceptable to call you a faggot.
It's not acceptable to call me a kike.
Hang on. I can't even tell that you're Jewish. Nobody would call you a kike. I would personally prefer the term, old hag. And what the fuck is with all these videos? Fucking, it'll be from way out here. It is not acceptable to call me a cracker. Why are they all zoomed out and then zoomed way in? What the dickens?
It is not acceptable to call me a retard or call yourself or your friends retarded when they do something foolish.
The R word is the same as every minority slur. Treat it that way and don't use it.
Spread the word to end the word.
Whoa. Hang on. You're gonna sit here and try to tell me that the R word, which we all know is retarded, is up there with nigger? No, it's nowhere near. It's not even a slur. Look, here. Oh my god. So, retarded is a word with a definition, just like any other word with any other definitions. Alright. So, sorry. So, retarded, right? It means delayed or held up. So if somebody does something dumb, then they were delayed or held up in their mind in that moment. That's what it means, right? That's why you can call somebody retarded if they do something dumb. So if somebody then that's why the old term for them was retard, because they are delayed or held up in their minds. And then you know what they switched the meaning to? They switched they so they changed it from mentally retarded to mentally challenged, because that's just so much different. But if you're challenged, like if you have a big challenge in your life, right? It means that it takes you a while to do it. That means the same thing as being delayed or held up. And then another term that people try to use to be a little more nice is, oh, he's a little slow. Do you know what the Latin word for slow is? Tard. So it's literally the same thing. And, just like fire retardant, when you get the fire, those the fire extinguisher out, you got like the hose and that those things are called fire retardants because it delays or holds up the fire, right? It doesn't put the fire out. It does sometimes, but usually it just delays it. And then, oh, God. And why are you just gonna dictate what I do in my own social groups? If I'm gonna call somebody a retard, I'm gonna call them retard. And another thing, you think that people with Down syndrome are the only people considered retarded? No. Let me tell you something. Mental retardation is a very broad medical term, and it encompasses anything from, in severity, from cerebral palsy to ADD, and I was diagnosed or whatever with ADD, so by the very definition I'm using, I am retarded. So, go fuck yourself. And one of the things that people try to do to like make you feel bad, which is just a guilt trip, which is annoying no matter who's doing it to you. They'll be like you'll say something's retarded, and they'll be like, my son has autism, so if that's offensive to me. So that means that you just called your own son a retard. And I probably was not talking about him, was I? You know what I called retarded? The thing I just called retarded. Like if I see, I don't know, what's an example? Like if I see somebody walking and they're like on their phone and they trip and faceplant, it's hilarious. I'd be like, lol, that guy's a retard. And then the guy next to me, whom I'm with, is like, my son has autism, don't say that. I wasn't talking about your fucking son, buddy. I was talking about the guy that just fell. That's the worst argument. I remember in school, there's a teacher whose, son had autism or whatever, and back then it was a meme to, instead of, say, acoustic guitar, like autistic guitar, or no, I think I have that backwards. It was a thing to call somebody acoustic. Oh, that was awesome. But somebody did that in class, and she got all mad, and the whole class had to put their heads down or whatever for 30 minutes, and then she walked out of the class to compose herself. You're literally, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. If you get offended by somebody saying retard and your son is retarded, then that just means that you're super insecure about him being born that way. One. And two, if somebody says it and your son has autism or whatever, that means you're reinforcing the fact that you think he is retarded and just fucked and stupid. And another thing, look how, alright, this is going back to that clip. Look how the lady is nodding, she's super, it looks like they did 1,000 takes and she's nodding like she's annoyed, Jesus Christ, get the words right already.
It is not acceptable acceptable to call me a retard or call yourself or your friends retarded when they do something foolish.
And you know what's weird to me is that people are just taking this like as this it's the biggest social issue of their life, and they're making these horrible ads saying stop the R word and all this stuff, and in their social circles they're like, hey, stop using that. Or at school, God forbid you say it, you're going straight to ISS, or whatever they might do to you. It might be worse now, but that's how it was when I was in school. But I'll tell you a way bigger issue. So in 1980, autism rates was 1 in 2,500, and today they are 1 in 68. So, whatever is causing that, I don't know, I'm no doctor, right? But I think that is a way bigger issue than the usage of the R word or whatever. And let's see. Let's look at the video itself, right? The link of which will be in the description in case you want to watch it and laugh at it in its entirety, or if you want to just go leave a dislike. So it has 2 million views, 7.8 thousand likes, and 8,000 dislikes. So nobody agrees with it. And then they had to turn off the comments because you know that everyone was mad and just going off, probably saying the same thing I'm saying now, because nobody is gonna agree with that. It's the worst. You're gonna compare the R word to nigger? No, there's no comparison there. Like, you can't. Oh, one of which of those words has a very storied history, and the other of which doesn't. Just some lady decided it was offensive, and then proceeded to convince other people that it was offensive, and oh, now we can't say it. Well, folks, that was me. That was the first segment of reacting to cancer, in which I reacted to a video titled Not Acceptable R Word PSA. There will be more segments like this. Let me know if you liked it, and if you want me to keep doing this, because, I don't know, if you guys hate it, then there might not be any more segments like this. And also, if you have any videos, such as this one, that you would like me to react to, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't. I have a bit of a list that I actually want to do, but yeah. Cue the outro.
Well, folks, I guess that's it. Join the Big Forehead Gang today. All you have to do to become an honorary member of the Big Forehead Gang is like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're already a member, all you have to do to renew your membership to the Big Forehead Gang is like and comment. And if you are a member and you've done all that, there's one more thing you can do, and that one thing is tapping the bell. So become a member today. And if you are a member already, then renew your subscription today. And so let me tell you, this is how it works, right? So you remember, if you like, comment, subscribe, then you renew your membership weekly with each video. But to become a super honorary member of the Big Forehead Gang, all you have to do is tap the bell. So become a super honorary member of the Big Forehead Gang today.